I'm going to speedrun math because I didn't do it properly last time. Okay, so this equation is profit equals price times amount sold. So we can actually turn that into an equation where it's 2.5, her starting price, minus a 2.25 x amount of times. And for every x amount of times, she also gains on top of her 130 an x amount of times. So she gets 20 an x amount of times, and every time she minuses a quarter x amount of times. So now you want to factor out the coefficients of x. So then we take this out, so negative 0.25, and then we also get a negative 10 in here because negative times negative equals positive. Don't forget that, or else you're a scrub. So then we also factor out the coefficient here. So then we get one. So we get 6.5 over here plus x, okay, and then we could times these factored out numbers together, so y is equal to negative 5, and this is actually a very important number because it actually tells us which way our parabola is going, which is downwards. So this means it's a maximum parabola. So now we have two x's right here, so negative 10 plus x, and then 6.5 plus x. So we can actually use this very special formula called flipping the sign and saying it's x. So x value here is actually positive 10, and now x over here is actually negative 6. So we have two values of x, and that's actually the ends of our parabola right here. So if we do that, we can find the axis symmetry that will help us find y. So if we axis of symmetry, the equation is x1 plus x2 divided by 2 equals the axis of symmetry. So axis of symmetry, if we take this, it's 10 plus my negative 6.5 divided by 2. That actually gives us axis of symmetry, which is 1.75. So if we scroll back up, since we have two values of x, we can actually calculate the best price for her to sell her hot dogs at. So y equals to 2.5 minus an x amount of quarters, which is 1.75, and that actually gives us 0.45, and then that equals 2.5 minus 4.5, and y is equal to 0.205. So that's her best price right now. And then if we take that, we can also plug it into the second part, which is how many sales of hot dogs she gets. So if we take this 130 plus 20 an x amount of times, which is 1.75, y is equal to 165. So that's how many sausages she would sell, and this is the optimum price. So that's it. So that's my speed run. Here you go. Here's a hot dog. Yes.